Alright, well, the good news is he's at least here today, so I get to progress the story. Hello, my child. Father, I would like to ask you a question. Ask away, my child. Answering questions and dispelling doubt is the mission bestowed upon me by the Father of the Forest. I will do my very best to provide you with an answer. I want to ask, do you remember anything about fallen angels in Skid Road? Huh? Fallen angels? I don't understand. But you're a regular, are you sure? This is the temple of the Father. Such talk is sacrilege. Leave at once or I'll call the guard. You could do that, but if you do, no one would be able to stop my friend on the outside from telling the church and the press all about Mr. Stevens. How do you know about that? Do you still want to call the guard, Venerable Father Anderson? Fine, I get it. Let's talk in the inner hall. As you wish. By the way, I got this nightmare. How do you know the name Stevens? Have you been in the room on the second floor? You don't need to concern yourself with that. Just know that I have the evidence. Well, then I won't ask any more questions. After all, there's no point in talking about this now. Perhaps your appearance is just part of the Father of the Forest's plan. Sounds like you become very pious now that your bad deeds have been exposed. Perhaps. I would like to thank you. I've had enough of all the pretending. I just never had the courage to end it. How about, before I answer your question, would you like to hear my story? Okay, if you want to share it. I never met my parents. When the old chaplain found me, I lay shivering on a park bench. But it's not uncommon for healthy babies to be abandoned in Skid Road. I was sent to live in the church orphanage. My childhood was pretty uneventful. I was educated by the church. I did what was expected of me, until Melina came along. Melina? Anderson's gaze gradually moves away from you. It's almost as if Melina is floating before his eyes. Oh my god, 13 pages. Hello, my child. Welcome to the Hall of the Father. If you were asked to imagine a stereotypical priest, Anderson would not be far from the result. After all, what could say priest more than a middle-aged collie who says so much without really saying anything at all? Although, as the prison's chaplain, perhaps this stereotypical image is just what is needed to protect the authority of the Father of the Forest to the inmates. Project the authority to the inmates. However, when you ask him about the meaning of prayer, he surprises you by selling you church merchandise. Of course, he makes sure to explain that the money doesn't go to him. But as the saying goes, the Father of the Forest often forgets to look down at his feet. The original meaning of this saying is that the poor and lowly pray to the Father of the Forest but don't receive what they hope for. But in Anderson's case, there's another interpretation. He who dwells in the house of the Father is the most faithless of all. Growing up in a church orphanage, Anderson was quiet and introverted, indifferent even to the bullying he received from the other children. He also lacked any aspirations or expectations for his future. Despite living in the garden of the Father of the Forest, it was as if he was a flower on which the sun would never shine. However, this all changed the day he met Melina. Melina was a new teacher who had been transferred to Anderson's orphanage. She was kind and beautiful, and although not much older than the teenage Anderson, she had a strong maternal air about her. Her presence was like sweet spring water that nourished the dry hearts of the children, including Anderson. A smile gradually came to his once gloomy face, and just thinking about her made his heart race. In a flurry of complex emotions, Anderson came to see her as both the mother he never had and his first love. But as in all stories, the rough inevitably follows the smooth. Just as the Father of the Forest created spring, so did he create winter. A few years later, Melina was diagnosed with a terrible illness. and although she still healed the children with her gentle smile in her last days, no one was able to heal her. That was when I started to question the Father of the Forest, if he really exists. How could he bear to let such a kind and devout believer as Melina suffer such hardship? I just can't understand. A few years went by, and Anderson, now on the brink of adulthood, applied to the seminary. He did not actually want to become a chaplain, but the circumstances of his life led him to choose this path. The alternative would be to leave the orphanage, go out on his own, and try to make a living. After more than a decade in the orphanage, it had become his whole life. And as long as he stayed here, it was as if he could still smell the scent of Melina in the spring pollen. And so it came to be that a chaplain who did not truly believe in the Father of the Forest spent more than 10 years going through the motions. Boredom and self-loathing had long been the overarching themes of Anderson's life, and it seemed that the monotony would never end. I was given yet another ordinary sermon when Memphis recognized me. I hadn't seen him for more than a decade, since he was kicked out of the orphanage. The Memphis to which Anderson referred was his playmate in the orphanage. Although playmate was not the most accurate word. I lost my place a little bit. As none of the other children ever wanted to play with the aloof Anderson. The two were acquaintances at best. Memphis has always been an unruly child, falling with the bad crowd outside the orphanage and sneaking in cigarettes, alcohol, or even pills to sell to the other kids. When the chaplain found out, he accepted the punishment of being kicked out of the orphanage. After that, he lived on the streets, where he endured much hardship at a young age. However, with his courage, determination, and luck, he eventually made it out, becoming a mid-level leader in a gang and controlling considerable territory, including the Fallen Angels Club. Memphis was surprised to see that Anderson had become a chaplain, as Anderson had once told him that the business with Melina had made him question the Father of the Forest's existence. Seeing his chance, Memphis persuaded Anderson to stop living a dull life of self-imposed celibacy. Instead, he would show Anderson the true meaning of life. Before long, Anderson began using his power and connections in the church to outsource the charity activities of the Cyprus Diocese to a foundation controlled by Memphis. In addition, the contracts for the renovation of church buildings and the purchase of books and other items also skipped the usual bidding process and were awarded directly to companies owned by Memphis. Understandably, Memphis greatly valued this sacred money tree and made sure that Anderson received generous financial reward and used his gang connections to create an alias, Mr. Stevens, by which Anderson could avoid the church's scrutiny over the ownership of assets. Maybe it's because I've been in the church too long, but I'm not really comfortable with that kind of place, mentally or physically. But Memphis said, "There's a new girl today that I just have to meet, and that she'll surprise me." The new girl of which Memphis spoke was Iris, a dancer at Fallen Angels. The moment Anderson first laid eyes on her, it was as if time stood still. Iris was identical to Melina in every way, her appearance, her voice, her mannerisms. Anderson was absolutely dumbfounded. This must be the Father of the Forest's way of making amends and bringing Melina back to me. From that day on, Anderson considered Fallen Angels to be a church in which he could truly put his faith. He spent almost every cent he received from Memphis at the club, and even rented a house in the suburbs for Iris on her birthday. He said that he imagined himself and Melina living there in happiness, no longer separated by cruel reality. However, an illusion is like a bubble that bursts when you try to touch it. Iris did not respond to his advances. After all, as far as she was concerned, Anderson was just another weird middle-aged customer. Every time Iris' show was over, Anderson felt nothing but emptiness. There was no Melina. There was nothing. You can guess the rest. Iris soon found a boyfriend, who happened to be the mayor's driver, so that his girlfriend no longer had to put up with that weird customer. He warned Anderson to stay away. Perhaps Anderson understood deep down that Iris was not Melina, and stopped going to fallen angels. This is the way faith forces people into submission. First it takes everything from you, then gives you a glimmer of hope. But when you reach out for it, it takes it away. Again. Eventually you'll come to believe that everything is down to fate. Like a fallen leaf, you are at the mercy of the wind. But what's the address? That's my story. Sorry if it was a lot. After all those years of listening to others spill their hearts in confession, I never thought the one who let me take off my mask and reveal my true self would be a prisoner. Okay, I'm ready. If there's anything you want to know, just ask. Where's the house? No wonder you mentioned fallen angels just now. Is something wrong with Iris? I can't go into details, but if you want to help her, be honest and tell me where the house is. Okay. The neighborhood is between Easton and Southbrook. It's called Orchard Heights. After entering the neighborhood, take the first left. The house is at the end of the road. There's an apple-shaped mailbox out front. I buried a spare key underneath, if you need it. An apple-shaped mailbox? Okay, got it. Asking about his illicit account? My account? If it's money you're after, you're going to be disappointed. Huh? 6 months ago, Memphis told me he'd found a faster way to make money and asked me to invest with him. That was the first time he'd ever asked me for money. I didn't hesitate. After all, he also has dirt on me. But I later found out that he was actually on the wrong side of some gang infighting, so he needed money to disappear. So any money I had is with Memphis somewhere far away, or at the bottom of the ocean. Asking about his plans for the future. I've decided to resign from the priesthood after we're done here, and maybe leave the city. If you want to report me, I won't stop you. After all, I've broken laws both religious and secular. When I'm gone, there should be another chaplain to take my place. Hopefully he'll be a true believer. That's all. One last thing. If you or your friend on the outside find Iris, can you give her a message for me? What do you want to say to her? Nothing. Forget about it. I understand. Finally, it's all over. Now let me be alone. I need to rest a while. But what about my nightmare? It's all over. Please let me be alone. Well, we did that. Ooh, more charisma experience. Thank God. I unfortunately didn't get the experience for the other quests. I still have a quest to make a capture kit. That's a way to get 100 experience, I guess. Look directly with iodine rubber gloves. I could still craft that, technically. Somewhat wastefully, would it be 100 intelligence experience? Would it actually turn in still? Because that could be helpful. Huh. I want my curse to go away. Oh, is that Caesar in here? It is. People are religious in this setting. That's a stance. He's doing that stance just so he can jump in the air. Huh. Even Joseph has like a little sitting cross-legged animation. They have so many animations for each character. It's actually insane. I'm sure they can recycle parts of the body for certain things, but they do have a lot of really specific animations in this game. And a number of characters have like a unique walking animation to sell their personality and so on. There's a gang meeting tonight at the boxing ring. Spread the word. Okay, I got it. One more thing. Yeah? Wish everyone in the gang a, happy honey festival for me. Jumbo, you too shy? Don't talk shit, I'm just too busy. Oh, fine. You're not gonna say it at the festival? And for all your gang members that love you so much? Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get those sleep cookies done right now. So the main thing is the moment I get out, I need to call Reed, and then we take a bath, and then I just prepare for tonight, where I will then use the scissors to get the evidence. But that might augment, because right now I'm trying to see if I can figure out how to... Let's see. Oh, that's the chair sticking out. I was like, what's up with his face? This character always looks a little weird up from the front. I think it's because it's just hard to make out his eyes. And so his whole face kind of looks strange when he's looking straight at the camera. So many characters, ooh! They're cleaning their horn. La 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 la. I'm walking on sunshine. Oh! Sunshine, rainbows, little... Ray, can you stop singing? I can't concentrate. But it's the honey festival. You should be happy. With that long face of yours, you'll be doomed to bad luck next year. Bad luck, huh? We're in prison. How could our luck get any worse? Hey, happy or unhappy, you gotta do your time. So why not be happy? Otherwise, even once you get out, the outside world will just feel like a bigger prison. Spare me the feel-good drivel. I'm not in the mood. Oh, even the sweetest honey can't melt a bitter heart. Sam's just over here applying himself. Let's see. I have a paint, but is it worth it to try to paint? 42%. It's a 30. That takes half an hour. I'll do that if I actually accomplish my goal of learning how to fly. Which I think is you, because I already was looking through these wondering about flying. Because it was already dropped as a hint, but my character wasn't on the same page yet. And the only book that even slightly mentioned flying out of all of these is Game of Kings 3, The Soaring Wings. Which +1 intelligence is nice also, but I probably have to learn that skill. Oh, I probably can't buy Caesar's skill then, because I have to save up for this one. I have 3 books I have to read to even get there, though. Damn. Okay. I might want to buy myopia glasses from somebody right now. Let's see. +6 when reading book. Myopia glasses. Are there any other glasses? +4 when reading books. So yeah, myopia glasses is the best one. And the skunk has them. Okay. Damn. So we're not getting this bonus, basically. I could check into reflective glasses. It's a smaller bonus, but yeah, those two have them. Those require a level of rep I don't have. He's not here. He's usually... Oh, he's over here. I thought that was the sloth. Oh, second set of reflective glasses. That's surprising. %42 chance is pretty okay when I get to re-roll it. I'm not going to be spending any of these focus points. Ow. There we go. Alright, I got glasses for 70% off. That's not so bad. I give the cigarette away. Max doesn't have anything yet. There you go, you're a fan. On the battlefield, these are as important as bullets. If I bought something from him, he would like me. But his entire inventory is mostly trash. Oh, matches. Me being torn by wanting a deal, but also wanting to raise my rep. I really should have bought them at full price. It wasn't going to be enough, though, I don't think. It doesn't even sell stuff I'd be able to... I do the beer? I'm out of pocket space. The fact that I still have a soapstone. Who do I not like? Right, I already gave Phil a gift. Craft stimulants, sedatives, and corrosive solutions. Oh. That's probably powerful. Hang on a minute. Who has the beetle? I might need to get it off them again. Okay. Tony and Pumbaa and Frog. None of them are in here, right? No, Pumbaa's outside. Hakuna. Walter has a skill I should be considering. Oh, I have a book. I got really distracted on the way to reading that book. And there are so many characters to keep track of. A corrosive solution seems like it could be used for puzzle solving. What if you could like burn the lock off of something? Let's go shell out the cash to be friends with him real quick. Damn. Not an easy discount with you. I don't think any of the options were gay, though. Okay. That's an okay discount. I'm just spoiled by being able to do better than that. That was worth 10 rep. I have so much money. I spent $400 on an inventory expansion today, and I was already back up to like 900 just now. It's getting wild how much money this character always has. Alright, Walter White. Walter Black and White. This little golden fella might bring good luck. Walter, how's your new drug development going? I'm really interested. Sorry, I can't reveal too many details yet. Although now that it's entered a critical phase, I'm in need of an assistant. But you can probably guess that no one in here would want anything to do with a boring skunk like me unless there's something in it for them. You should have come to me for help. You'd really be willing to assist me? I appreciate it, but I must warn you, the work could be dangerous. Your main job as assistant would be to test the drug. The new drug's mechanism of action is still unknown, so there's a chance of toxicity or shock. Toxicity or shock? That sounds pretty scary. Based on my previous failure experimenting on myself, you'll need at least 90 max health to survive. If you don't have the physical resilience, I'd advise you forget the idea. I have no idea how much health I have. Looks like I don't even have what it takes to be an experimental animal. I'll come back when I meet the requirements. What? Where is health even listed in this game? I don't even know. Abilities, quests, maps. Ooh. So, alright. Served 14 days. Black logging, broadcast journalist, conduct, reputation. Max health of 80. Strength shows how strong your muscles are. It provides points for strength actions and increases your base damage and max energy. Do I have more max health when I... Because it lists these things. Does my max health go up when I take strength stimulants? Maybe I have to take a strength stimulant when I get out of here, since I don't currently have anything like that. And then I can become his guinea pig. Oink oink. That's not what guinea pigs sound like. Put my myopia glasses on. I still have a screwdriver. Right, it can't be a gift, and I was gonna sell it, and then I ran out of stuff to sell. Damn it. God damn it. Here is a colored crane. Very well made. My kids might like it. Oh, he really liked that. Okay. Good to know. Just like, gotta get these out of my inventory. Shush. He did not like that. William would like it, right? He's a funny old man. Thank you, young man. Most people are either friends with me already or have already received a gift. Lynn. He did not like it. The fact that receiving a rainbow paper crane from somebody makes them angry is wild to me. As opposed to being disinterested. Is this a gift? Thanks then, buddy. Sam, my oldest bud that I've definitely mostly ignored since we stopped living together. I can't even give them a soapstone. Here, when they get mad at you after the first one. Would Miguel, the hypnotist, value a soapstone? He hates it. Trash from Subject 002. That's not my name. A207. Wait, you said Subject 00. Wait, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Alright, so soapstones are hard to give away. Everyone here has pretty much had an attempt on them now, or they're already high rep. Alright, I have to read all the Game King's books in a row. Bookworm and glasses. For the first time I have glasses. Let's see how much more. 80! Oh no. These are George R. R. Martin-ass mega books. Alright, 28 in one go. Let's see how I can do. After the king's death, the duke colluded with the chancellor to falsely accuse the queen of killing the king by witchcraft. The queen could only see the prince one last time before being imprisoned in the ice cage. She touched the prince's face and said, "This is not a game between children. The time has come for you to grow up." Wow, what a tragic start. How could the boy beat his devious uncle? That's a terrible roll. Gah. Thankfully my bonuses are larger than my rolls, basically. Oh, come on! Am I not gonna get it? I didn't get in 3 rolls! Shit, this takes half an hour, man. Oh, that sucks. I was on track to get it in 3 rolls. As the claws pierced his chest, the Duke realized that he had been tricked by the boy before him. After 5 years of biding his time, the prince finally avenged his father's death and his mother's imprisonment. The royal throne has returned to the rightful bloodline. Whoa, didn't think he'd manipulate the Duke and transfer into killing each other. I do enjoy a good story of triumph against all the odds. New skill. When you deal a critical hit, the cooldowns of all your active moves are reduced by 1 turn. It is a charisma skill, which I genuinely don't have anything to spend on. This one actually gives me an out of combat thing, though. Lets me do charisma practice in the mirror at my cell. But I assume that just lets me grind my charisma skill, which is also useless to me, but this is 500 points of skills that I could afford to do if I really wanted to. We'll see if combat ends up coming up or something. I'm currently seeing if I can get through the whole game without fighting, but that's not guaranteed to happen. Especially with the riot coming up. The gang war. Having to read these in order is wild. No, you need the full context of the entire story in order to understand a part where they describe birds, I guess. Or a flying machine, maybe. See, first good roll. God, I could have gotten through 2 books today if I just didn't flub the rolls last time. The royal wizard threw the new king that only the legendary dragon flame. That's just really, I'm really wrong. The royal wizard told the new king that Only the legendary dragon flame can melt the ice cage. However, pure blood dragons were wiped out during the ancient wars. Now only dragon eagle hybrids remain. Oh no, it seems that his only hope is dashed. How can he save his mother?
Gah. Waffle time. Gah.
Why can't I steal? I need to steal these books. Please let me steal these books. Oh, I forgot to investigate the situation with being able to watch movies. Do you watch them on the computers, actually? Maybe you watch them on the computers. Whatever, I'm busy with something. I'm too busy with this to worry about that part of what's going on there. Alright, so first get a waffle. Do not want cream. There we go. Eat waffle because it's so big and annoying. There we go. And now we call Reed. (64580) 64580. Remember at the beginning of this game where being able to afford a phone call was a roadblock? Like the game genuinely blocked you behind, hey, figure out how to make any money first. And you're like, oh fuck, I can't use the phone. And on top of that, there was people using the phone, so you had to figure out how to get people off the phone with your shitty skills, and you had to figure out how to get money to be able to use the phone, just to be able to call your lawyer. Reed's Law Firm, your reliable litigation specialist. Hi, Reed. I got the address of the house in the suburbs. You tell Reed how you found Anderson's secret and confronted him with it to get him to tell you the address of the house. It's in Orchard Heights and has an apple-shaped mailbox? That's pretty specific. I'm sure I can find it. A normal person would have given us a street address, but okay. But you're not the only one who's made progress. Want to hear what I found? I asked someone to dig into the mayor's driver, Domino, Iris's boyfriend who died in the river. He bought a small tape recorder and some tapes through a TV shopping channel the week before the accident. A recorder and tapes, so that could mean... That's right, it strongly suggests that Domino is in possession of the incriminating recordings. And after Domino's accident, maybe some of the recordings never came out and were discovered by Iris. It's certainly possible. Correct. But that's enough info sharing for now. I need to head out to the house. It's still unclear what Angelo's guys know. It'd be bad if they got the jump on us. Yeah. Okay. I'll wait to hear back from you. Be safe, buddy. Don't worry. I'll see you in the visit room when I get the recording. Bye. Burp, burp. Phew. I sure hope Reed can get the tape. Now I just have to sit tight. Okay, so we're once again waiting. Wait patiently for the next visit. Do I grind for this? Do I go for this experience? Maybe. And it'd just be like a useless item though, which is a bummer. I've already eaten. We're not going to be confronting him, I don't think. Because didn't I get everything I needed for this recipe? Yeah, let's just make it. It takes me 20 minutes and apparently will give me 100 experience. You got the palm print capture kit. The cyanoacrylite method is used to capture palm prints from surfaces. The kit contains a grip seal bag, quick drying glue, iodine cotton balls, and rubber gloves. It just goes to show, high-tech gizmos will only require the simplest components. At least in fiction. So that's 100 intelligence experience for the quest and 16 more for the side thing. And it looks like, so that's supposed to be 20, right? But it's reduced by 20% because of my stupid nightmare. But at least the quest reward isn't reduced as far as I can tell. It also seems to, yeah, it's a key item, so it's in this mystical inventory over here. Which also means that I don't have to worry about it filling up my inventory. It also just gave me a bit more space in general. Alright, well I don't need my myopia glasses. Or my reflective glasses, because I couldn't get the myopia glasses. Guess I'll put this soapstone away. All these nonsense items. Alright, so we have 9 of each plant in my inventory right now, and a whole bunch of other stuff going on. Things are going pretty alright. I have spare coffee if I find that I need more stamina. I'm not sure if that'll be the case. And at the moment I just have way too many iris. I don't want to give up my shoelaces to make bouquets because I don't know what to expect going forward. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to build something, and I feel like some little ropes and big ropes and all might come in handy with that stuff. Soda. Stimulant +2 strength. Let's find out if I can make this work. Right, I should probably get the,
My soap.
Okay. Take a bath first, because it'll take time, and I don't want the time skip to affect other things. And we'll see if I can use the stimulant to, bond with Walter. Oh, I accidentally paid for it. No, my money. I misread what I was doing. What does a warm shower even do? Just make my dice roll better? I don't think I need that. I recovered stamina, I guess. That's not that helpful. How do we get rid of this nightmare? Is there another way to get rid of nightmares? I don't know. The muscle heads are talking. Hey Max, you ever heard of a boxer called Michael? He was a tough little guy, just like you. He dominated the ring with his nimble footwork and powerful punches. I've studied his form. You want to learn to punch hard like him, maybe I can. Nope. Don't try selling me your damn boxing lessons. I'm not interested. If you got nothing better to do, go hit the sandbag in the ring. Leave me alone. Not interested? That's a shame. But I can't train today. The Bigfoot gang's having some kind of meeting in the boxing ring. A meeting? What are those bozos up to now? I love Max. He's such a little piece of shit. Let's see. So where is Walter White? Second floor lobby. And he's in there. Okay, this is an instance where I'm going to save scum potentially. Which is just that I want to know, does the stimulant increase my strength or not? So, I know it increases my strength, but it doesn't increase my max health. So I'm at an 80. And I drink this to get 90. 81. Woof. Okay, so your strength score does not affect your health. That's rough. Let's see. But it did give me... It gave me 1 max health. I think that's because... Don't I have the lose health effect on me? Scarred Hunter. When you lose 10 or more body at a time, you will permanently gain max health +1. Can only be triggered once per day. Oh, even that sucks. What increases your max health in this game? Damn. I don't know. Is there a movie? It's a movie. Is it a good movie? Oh, it's sports, isn't it? Damn it. Sports increases your strength experience, I think, or some kind of experience. I think the menu just said experience. I don't think I have that much to do in the evening, admittedly, so I might just go ahead and watch the movie and see what happens. $50 an hour. Okay, no, I'm not gonna skip ahead to 21 o'clock. Well, I'll maybe look into that later. We'll see. Ah. Oh, my Nicole. She must be in some kind of trouble. What makes you think that? Listen to the last letter she wrote. Dear Sam, I miss you so much.
And? She misses you. What's the problem? It sounds like you two have a good relationship.
No. She said Dear Sam instead of Dear Sam baby. She always adds baby.
Maybe she just forgot this time.
Forgot? You mean she doesn't feel the same way anymore? Why would she do this to me? Her mom must have forced her. There's no way she'd ever be so cold to me.
Do you think you're maybe being too sensitive?
Sensitive? Yeah, you're right. Me and Nicole always have had a strong mental connection. The fact that I feel so bad right now must mean something's wrong with her. Oh, my Nicole, how can I help you?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, that's a you problem, I guess. Those guys are a lot.
Well, he just has a whole med kit out. They let him take that out of the infirmary?
Eeny, meeny, miny.
What are you doing?
Catch a tiger by the toe.
Rudolph, do you know what he's doing?
Sounds like some kind of spell.
If he hollers, let him go. A spell? Interesting.
Hey, Okuna, can you teach me?
Later, if I'm busy right now.
Eeny, meeny. Come on, it's the honey festival today. If you're stingy today, you'll be poor for a year. Oony moony. What? Oh. Oony moon. They're trying to mimic the term, the itty meeny miny mo.
Miny. Oony moony. Damn it, you made me lose count. If I get this wrong, I'll lose big on tonight's bet.
I told you, if you're stingy today, you'll be poor for a year. I never knew it would start so soon, though. Immediately annoyed. Immediately so annoyed.